Not all foods are created equal. Some increase your blood sugar much faster than others. Understanding glycemic index and glycemic load can help you manage blood sugar if you have prediabetes. The glycemic index, or GI, measures how quickly a food raises blood sugar compared to pure glucose, which is 100 on the scale. For example, white bread has a glycemic index around 75, which causes a rapid increase in your blood sugar. Plain oatmeal sits around 55, giving you a slower rise, but this can be increased dramatically depending on what you put on your oatmeal. Berries have a low GI, around 25 to 40, releasing sugar gradually. Glycemic load, or GL, takes this a step further. It combines the glycemic index with the actual amount of carbohydrates you eat. As an analogy, we can compare firewood, in this analogy, it's comparable to a moderate GI food, compared with gasoline, which is comparable to a very high GI food. Gasoline is highly combustible, but just a drop or two exposed to flame causes little effect. Just like a small amount of high GI foods would cause minimal effect on blood sugar. A large load of firewood, on the other hand, which is much less combustible, can cause far more damage if a lot of it is on fire because there's a lot more material there to burn. Even a high glycemic index food can have a small effect on your blood sugar if you eat only a small amount. Conversely, a moderate glycemic index food can spike your blood sugar if the portion is very large. On the glycemic load scale, a 10 or less is considered low. A moderate glycemic load is 11 to 19. A high glycemic load is 20 or more. Some food examples might be watermelon. It has a glycemic index of around 72, which is high, but typical portions someone would eat in one setting has a glycemic load of about 4 to 5, which is low. One small banana has a glycemic index around 51, which is moderate, but its glycemic load is only about 10 because the banana is small. A large baked potato has a high GI, about 85, and a glycemic load over 30, so this has a very high glycemic load. This is like lighting a large tank of gasoline on fire. It would have a very large impact. Glycemic load gives a more realistic picture of how a meal will affect your glucose. Pairing carbs with protein, healthy fats, or fiber can lower the effective glycemic load, keeping your blood sugar steadier. So, takeaways from this discussion are to, whenever possible, choose low glycemic index foods, high fiber foods. Watch portions to keep your glycemic load manageable, and make small swaps, like eating 1 cup of berries instead of drinking 1 cup of juice, or choosing barley instead of white rice. These things can make a big difference over time. If you'd like practical tools to help manage blood sugar and reverse prediabetes, please download my Reversing Prediabetes Without Dieting and Without Drugs toolkit in the bio or in the discussion below.